Hello, we are getting straight into the mess today. I am finally working on something that I have not touched in quite some time. My bedroom. So let's get straight into it. Make sure you stick around because there is a lot of fun little before and afters sprinkled throughout this video. Okay, we are starting in what I like to call the laundry mat because this is basically where hubby puts all his clothes, whether it's dirty, clean, something he wants to rewear. It all ends up here, and he and I are polar opposite people. I cannot mix my clothes like this. It would just drive me insane. I have to know, like, it's a little bit cuckoo, but I have to know that the ones that I wore yesterday are the ones that I'm going to wear today if they're still clean or not. Like, I didn't wear them very long. But for him, he does not care. They end up in one pile and I'm just like, oh my God, how do you live your life like this? We are definitely two different people when it comes to that. But also, like, my TV does not need to become the closet 2.0. So we are going to work on this whole situation because I want to get rid of it. I need to, like, clear out this space. I could count on my hand how many times we've used it in the last year because it's zero. I haven't even used it last year and I hate that. I hate that I clean it. I hate that it sits there and does nothing. We need to get rid of it. She needs to go. 2026 is not her year. Sayonara. See you in a better life. I actually only had that epiphany this year. I don't know why it only occurred to me that I could actually get rid of that and it doesn't need to sit there. It's all just too difficult to use. If you're wondering why we don't use it, the PlayStation always needs an update when I turn it on. Doesn't matter if I updated it like the week before, it needs a new one. So I just don't bother with it. It's just so much easier to use my phone. So I just do that instead, because I did realize I just don't need to stare at this black box in my room anymore. So I am excited for that to be gone. And I did start my 2026 decluttering series. I started filming them and I said that in the very first video that I wanted this gone. So hopefully that's kind of cemented everything for me and I actually follow through on it, because Lord knows I don't follow through on a lot. Anyway, we're gonna move on from that because I could rant about it all day, but I did have plans to try and like deep clean this room a little bit more than I normally would. Often I just wipe down these side tables and then leave it at that, but things were looking a little crusty, dusty, and I have been putting it off for a while. Like each time I clean my room, I'm like, ugh, you're just avoiding the thing you need to do. But honestly, this whole space collects so much dust. Like, I mean, look at the phone charger pad. We've only had that out for the tiniest bit and it's covered in dust. I don't know what we're doing in our sleep. We must be just shedding our skin like reptiles. It's disgusting. So I needed to clean that, but then I eventually did get back behind here because I think I did this a while ago. Like, I was supposed to do it last time I cleaned my bedroom and I didn't, and I was like, yeah, I know, I'll do it, and then I didn't for months. So I did eventually get back there because, as you can see, more dust. I think there was a petrified spider back there, and I definitely don't run a pet cemetery, so that had to go. And then we just did the tiniest tidy up of the bottom of this cupboard because, as you can see, she is overloaded with stuff and I do prefer to keep it on the cleaner side because we've always got junk that needs to be thrown in there, and I had all the intentions to go in there and clean it up, but I decided I'll just save it for my decluttering series instead when we do this bedroom because I need something to film. It's when you do a yearly declutter, it is hard to keep finding things to declutter each year because I get rid of so much every single year, which is always amazing how I still have so much junk for the next year, but it's just how life happens. But the first time I ever did my series, oh my God, hoarders galore. Okay, there was crap everywhere and I didn't realize how much we owned. It makes the biggest difference doing it yearly versus once every 5 years. When we originally moved to this house, I thought I had decluttered a lot. I thought I wasn't bringing that much over from my previous home to here. Turns out there was so much more crap I could have thrown out, and I was like, why do I have all this? Like, let's be real, why am I holding on to this? So since then I have decluttered even more, but these series are always fun and feel free to join in on them because I think it's going to be 10 days again. It's always fun to do like almost 2 weeks of it. So yeah, feel free to join in, do a couple rooms, do whatever you can. But I have started the pre-filming for it. It's a bit of a slog to work through. Anyway, let's talk about this quilt cover set for a minute because I went into Maya and I saw the most gorgeous like little shelf setup they had for this particular particular one. It's the Australian House and Garden brand, and it's this gorgeous eucalyptus color. Anyway, I'm not in the market for any more duvet covers. I didn't need it, but I saw it and I was like, oh, how I would love to add color back into my life. Okay, I've kind of purged the all white. And so when I saw this, I was like, oh my God, I need her in my life immediately. I took a picture and I ended up sending it to hubby later on that day. And he just sent me back a picture of the receipt. He's like, finally, she's free of the chokehold of all white. I needed to get it out of my system. I think it turned out really nice considering that I suck at like any kind of bed styling. I literally just copy anything on Pinterest because for some reason I cannot put a bed together to save my life. And so Pinterest is where I go. They have 1,000 images of any style you want and I just click it. I'm like, that's it, done. But this turned out pretty well. I feel like the color of the sheets go really nicely with the wood of the bed and the cream pillows. But let me tell you, I have never made my bed this much in my entire life. I'm not someone who jumps out of bed and is like, yes, I'll make the bed before I start my day. Absolutely not. It's just not my style. I'm too relaxed for that. I know, 22 years of age and she just starts making a bed. Don't worry, it won't last long. I don't follow anything through, okay? Anyway, let's take a moment to savor this before and after because she is divine. Let's move on from my bedroom to the living room because, oh my word, she is in desperate need of some attention. As you can see, I think I say just about every single time that this is our most used room. You may notice a few new elements in here, which I'm very happy about because I feel like she needed a tiny little refresh, but we have some art up on my frame TV, but I never use this feature. And so it is quite a moment for me. I do not pay the $5 for the art because I don't even think I use the art feature enough for $5 a year. But they do have this artwork for sample on their catalog, if you will, of art, and I really liked it. So I just looked the art up and found it on one of those state libraries or art galleries where you can download the art for free, and it's not like illegal to do that or anything, but I just did that and then I added it to my TV because I'm cheap, and it's definitely not looking the exact same as how the other one did, but you know what? I don't care. I'm gonna save myself however much it is. Ooh, I just had a look. It's not $5 a year. It's $5 a month, which is insane. Or you purchase the art for $20 once off. Neither of those options are for me, and so I just did it the free way. But I think it's just because I'm not a subscription kind of person. I don't have Spotify. I don't have any streaming services. I should pay for YouTube because I watch enough of that it would be worth it, but I just don't. I'm too lazy for that. My one phone bill a month is enough for me. My husband does have Spotify and he does have, I think, Binge and Disney, but we're not like Netflix kind of people. It's just not worth it to us. We don't watch that much stuff on streaming services to be worth it, so we just try to save a bit of coin when we can. I'm sure if we were more TV obsessed, we would absolutely have them. We have had them in the past, just this phase of life, it's not for us. Anyway, that was slightly boring. The second thing that's been added to my living room, you can see it over there on the chair, is the coffee table centerpiece. It's a really cute basket. I got gifted it from a friend for Christmas and it had all this really cute Christmas stuff in it. But this year I was so on it about getting rid of my Christmas stuff. I think by the 10th of January, she was gone. And it's just to make up for last year because I still had Christmas trees up till March. I know, that's insane. I got rid of all the Christmas stuff, which has left this basket bare. She literally just holds the remotes so that I don't lose my sanity. But I, again, don't know how to style it. I think I'm just gonna go take a little squiz at Pinterest again and get some ideas because your girl doesn't know what she's doing. And actually I was going to H&M Home before Christmas because I thought, oh, I could get a few little pieces for the lounge room and for this basket for when I needed to change it over. They have taken H&M Home away from just about every single store that had it, as far as I know. Have they completely eliminated that line? They had some really, really cute stuff.
How did we end up here in the corner looking like enemies? We used to be the team people talk about, what a chemistry. I can see it in your eyes. You don't wanna talk anymore. I wanna get so numb while we enemies. No, you don't mind the way I stutter my words. You know exactly find it so hard to breathe. Cause when you get too close, I lose my way and I freeze. I wish you knew what power you have over me, but now it's so hard to breathe. Just get me out of here. Just get me out of here. Just get me out of. How can you be so calm around me when I act desperately? You used to be the one getting crazy when I'd be hard to reach. I can see it in your eyes. You don't wanna talk anymore. I wanna get so numb, were we enemies? No, you don't mind the way I stutter my words. You know exactly what it means and how it hurts. Oh, I can't believe you're here. Can't get any worse. No, no. I just wanna get out of here. I find it so hard to breathe. Cause when you get too close, I lose my way and I freeze. I wish you knew what power you have over me, but now it's so hard to breathe. Just get me out of here. Just get me out of here. I just wanna get out of here. I find it so hard to breathe. Cause when you get too close, I lose my way and I freeze. I wish you knew what power you have over me, but now it's so hard to breathe. Just get me out of here. I can't believe you're here. Can't get any words. No.
As you can see, I have still been using my dustpan and broom, and let me tell you, I swear she misses half the little things that stick to the bottom of my feet. It's okay, I'm learning to live with it because I haven't decided what I want. Like, I feel like I want a shark vacuum, but then so many people comment on robot vacuum cleaners to me, which we did originally have one. We had a D-bot years and years ago, until one fateful day she sucked up an entire dog bowl of water, and yeah, it was never the same again. I tried so many things to fix her, but it is on my list. I would like it, but I also don't know if it works with our house just because we have so many ledges that they would have to go up. Our previous one did struggle with that. Hold that thought for 1 second. This grey bag that I have here is my new Christmas tree bag because the Christmas tree boxes just all fell apart. Look, one of them has been held together by sticky tape for 7 years and the other one I don't know how they did it. It came in that size box, but ever since then, I could not get her to fit back inside the box. So it was always full of spiders every single time I opened it. I was like, no more. I can't do this anymore. So I purchased them from Alfresco Emporium. Best decision of my life. They're both the extra large. I really could have done with an extra large and a large, or even 2 larges. They are really, really big and I love it. Let me tell you, it is a game changer. For the price as well, I think it was $50 and I got 2 of them. So not bad at all, and I highly recommend if you are in need of a Christmas tree bag. But back to the robot vacuum cleaners. I would love to get one. So my mum actually has one of those robot vacuum cleaners where it mops the floor, and in between mopping it will go back, wash its little mop pads, come back and then keep mopping the floor. It's one of those bougie ones and I want to buy one. I looking at it and I was like, ooh, I really want one of those. Those sound so nice and it looks really good. It even empties its own dust. All of that to say it is over $1,000. I'm kind of not at that point to spend that much on one just because you still have to pick up all the junk off the floor before you can set the RoboVac out to do its job. So until it has one of those features where it can pick up the stuff off the floor for you, right now I'm just not in that phase where I can have that going because there's so much constantly on the floor. I don't know how people do it. Like, do they run around and pick it all up first? Maybe that's what I have to do. do. Also, I like to have one that I can just quickly do myself because they do take quite some time to go around the whole house and clean it versus me just quickly going and vacuuming. So, but yeah, the Shark is looking like a good contender, and it's not $1,000. It's not $700. Anyway, if you've got any good recommendations for a vacuum, leave them down below because I need some. But we're going to move on from that because I can see your eyes are slowly closing and you're bored as heck from that conversation. Take a look at this bench, okay? There is condiments galore on there, but I have to point out that one sweet pickled mustard. I don't even know the name of it. The brand Spring Gully used to make it. Oh my god, it's like the best thing to add to a sandwich. But I wanted to buy it for the first time in years. I haven't had it so long, and I looked up the Spring Gully and I'm like, why can't I find this anywhere? Turns out they closed 2 months prior to me having this craving for it. So that was a little bit annoying. They do make it in other brands. It's just that's the one that I know I remembered liking. This one, I'm not sure, but there's so many that I'm sure they're all the same thing. This is the 3/3s version, but if you really want to up like your deli sandwich game, that is it. It's delicious. We're going to take a slight turn because I have a garden update for you. If you have been watching for maybe the last few videos, I have said at some point that hubby has been working on this stump in one of the garden beds for some time, and it has been stump 3, husband 0. It has just bested him every single time, and he managed to get it out of the garden, which he was so funny. He brought it to the front door and he's like, come and look at this. So I come and open the front door and he's dropped it on the mat like as if it was some kind of prize. He was so proud of himself because that thing has just bested him every single time that he has been out there. But it's finally out, and you know, we could have left it and just planted around it, but I hate doing things halfway like that. I would rather just completely clear out the garden bed. I say that, but it's really at his expense, especially since he doesn't love to garden as much as I do. So he's been a trooper doing that for me. And yeah, so I planted some stuff in there. I still need to add a bit more soil in there because we have lost some over the time, but I've put a pretty tree in the center of it, and then I'm just going to fill it out with a ton of shorter plants underneath it, and it's going to look so cute. So I'm very happy that that's been done, and we've also been working on one of our hedges. Now, this hedge was overgrown when we moved in. It was a 2nd-story hedge. That's how big it is. So it was beyond our maintenance control anyway since the moment we moved in. And we did get a complaint from the council, which, I mean, obviously came from the neighbors saying that some of it had grown on their side and they weren't too happy with it. And, you know, we don't want to rock the boat because they are nice neighbors. And so we've been trying to work on that. It is honestly the landlord's job because it is such a big job and should have been maintained for a lot longer, but doesn't matter. We've been trying to help them out because they did come in a couple months ago and slim these trees down quite a bit. We knew that we could make it more of a head shape because these particular plants our hedges, they've just gotten wildly out of control. And so it had been a month between when the landlord came and did it and when we started on it. So there had been plenty of growth and we could kind of see what was happening with the tree, and we just kept cutting it back. It went from like 3 meters to now maybe 1 meter tall, and we want to get it into sort of, you know, the rectangular head shape, just the standard. And then, you know, we don't have to see the neighbors as nice as they are. I don't like to see people when I'm in my home. I do really value gardening and creating privacy. Yeah, that's something we're working on. Anyway, something that I needed to work on was this table. As you can see, it has gotten way out of control, and the kids absolutely love to do craft and all of that on this table. As you can see, she takes quite the beating with all of the things on there, and I just really need to come in here and clean it up. I did attempt to try and organize this trolley because it gets cluttered so quickly. As you can see, every single thing is out. No attempts at all to try and contain it. So I knew it just needed to be worked on, and actually the final straw happened to be when it was all over my floor. And I mean, partly because it is school holidays and they're in and out of that place so quickly, but also like, why are you on my floor? The floor is not where it needs to be. So when I was in Kmart, I did see this little organizer thing and it was $6. So I ended up buying it. And then as I'm walking out of Kmart, I remembered that I had this idea to reuse cups or glasses from Vinnie's or Salvo's and organize the stuff that way. But I do have a memory memory of a sieve, so it didn't happen. Obviously, here I am with something else completely, and this was quite a tedious task because, as you can see, we have a million little things on the base of this trolley, and the kids love the trolley because they can go back and forth getting what they need. But I also was getting asked a million times to find one little texter or one little pencil, and so I just knew that wasn't going to work for us. But since I just put in this one organizer, it's made such a difference. Like, there's no more asking me where anything is because they all have their own individual spots in this container. I mean, you can see I've even got bingo dotters in there, which happen to be one of their favorite things, and they never ever can find them because they end up strewn everywhere. So this has been working wonders for me, and I'm glad that I just spent the $6 because let me tell you, I ummed and ahed while I was in Kmart. I was like, $6 for this? I don't even know if it's gonna do anything. No, it's been great.
Time moves fast when I'm with you. Went from lonely to falling in love, watching it all unfold. Yeah, I'm not scared of commitment, I'm just scared of doing something wrong. I don't wanna see you go, 'cause baby, I got problems in me. Sometimes it gets hard for me to tell you how I feel. I'm afraid to show you what's underneath, 'cause I don't wanna let you down. Got a lot of demons up in my brain, got a lot of bad thoughts giving me pain. I'm afraid to show you what's underneath, 'cause I don't wanna let you down. Let you down, let you down, let you down, down, down. Let you down, let you down, let you down, down, down. Let you down, let you down, let you down, down, down. I don't wanna let you down. Early mornings in your bedroom, waking up with you by my side, looking so beautiful. Yeah, I got high when I met you, got me way up in the clouds, and I don't wanna go back. 'Cause baby, I got problems in me. Sometimes it gets hard for me to tell you how I feel. I'm afraid to show you what's underneath, 'cause I don't wanna let you down. Got a lot of demons up in my brain, got a lot of bad thoughts giving me pain. I'm afraid to show you what's underneath, 'cause I don't wanna let you down. Let you down, let you down, let you down, down, down. Let you down, let you down, let you down, down, down. Let you down, let you down, let you down, down, down. I don't wanna let you down. Let you down, let you down, let you down, down, down. Let you down, let you down, let you down, down, down. Let you down, let you down, let you down, down, down. I don't wanna let you down. 'Cause baby, I got problems in me. Sometimes it gets hard for me to tell you how I feel. I'm afraid to show you what's underneath, 'cause I don't wanna let you down. Got a lot of demons up in my brain, got a lot of bad thoughts giving me pain. I'm afraid to show you what's underneath, 'cause I don't wanna let you down. Let you down, let you down, let you down, down, down. Let you down, let you down, let you down, down, down. Let you down, let you down, let you down, down, down. I don't wanna let you down. I don't wanna let you down.
I desperately needed to put some washing away. As you could tell, I had 3 or 4 baskets and the weather was turning. It ended up storming for like 4 or 5 days after this. So we were like, gone from a heat wave to storming. It was just kind of chaotic Australian summer. But this did end up turning into a full family affair. Kids kept coming in and out. Husband kept coming in and out. And I was like, oh, just like sometimes I just need 2 minutes to get something done. Like most of the time, I'm happy to be distracted by my kids kids, you know, get me away from a task I don't want to do. But then there's times like this where it's like, okay, no one's gonna have anything to wear tomorrow if you don't let me get this done. So I did have to politely shoo everyone away so I could finish this off. Everyone was in desperate need of clothes. And to be honest, this is something I would normally cut out of like a voiceover just because it sounds like I'm complaining, and I sort of am, like I realize that, but also like I feel like this is everyday motherhood, like not like these perfect beautiful moments all the time, and I try to show that more often in here because I don't know, I find it hard to connect to these people that have this perfect life and never show anything slightly negative. But you know, I want to show these things where it's like, oh my god, give me 5 minutes to get something done by myself. Anyway, that's enough of that because I could go on about that for a while. So I will catch you in the next one.